welcome to my channel. Welcome to my cozy little house. Today I have a cute concept for us. Uh, you know, I usually, every time I record like a video like this, I have a joint in my hands. And tonight I do not have a joint in my hands. So, to spice things up, I thought let's do like a drinking game. You know, that could be cool, that could be fun. That's something that has never been done on the internet before, never ever by anyone else, you know. So that could be fun, you know. So I thought about preparing some like never have I ever questions to find on Google and Pinterest and stuff like that I have not done that yet. So let me just do that, right? And I'm gonna answer them. And if I have done something, I'm gonna drink. I've made myself a mojito because I am a bartender. I have a degree in everything. I actually don't have a degree because I didn't pass the final test, but I am a bartender. Let's get into the never have I ever drinking game, shall we? Oh, and yeah, and of course that it's not gonna be a random like drinking game. You're going to get so much stories, so much tea, so many stories, you know. So let's begin with me finding some questions. First of all, okay, first question: never have I ever stolen anything? This is a trick question because technically I did, but me, I would never steal anything. You know, I'm such an ethical person, and I don't know. I'm a capitalist. You know, I care about like people's objects. You know, it's like it's yours. Like I don't want to steal it. You know, I'm just too moral for that. You know, but one time I was with a friend of mine. My mom used to work at this like beauty supply shop in the mall, and I was like really small. I was like 12, and I was with like a friend of mine. So technically, I have a drink, I think. I was with a friend of mine, and she was a problematic girl. Like she was known to be problematic. Her mother is problematic. Her whole entire family is problematic. That's why I got attracted to her because that's what my family was, you know. So, and she was the only person who tolerated me because everybody hated me. You know, everybody bullied me because I was such a delicate, pretty girl. You know, that everybody wanted to fucking kick me the fuck out because, you know, either they were like upset by me being better than them, smarter than them, whatever, or them being pissed that I'm Russian because it was just like a very Middle Eastern school, like, or like very like Mizrahi culture school. Like it was a lot of Ethiopians there. It was like the school of the hood that I was living in, right? So it was a lot of Tripoli people, Moroccans, and Ethiopians. And I was literally the only Russian, Ukrainian, Slavic person there. So I get bullied a lot. And she kind of like looked like me. She was like really pale with like freckles and stuff, even though she wasn't Slavic. She kind of looked that, you know? So I think that perhaps is why we kind of like started being friends. She was a Sagittarius though. It makes sense. I'm an Aquarius, a Sagittarius. You know, it makes a little bit of sense. Although she was really crazy. So, we went to the mall. You know, like girls do, and we bought stuff, right? And there was like I wanted to buy nail polish, right? I think it was yellow nail polish specifically, either black or yellow nail polish. I don't remember specifically, but it doesn't really matter because we were paying and everything, right? And like the nail polish, the sales lady, the cashier, forgot to put it in the bag. So I just like put it in the bag. I was 12 years old. I was so like fucking naive. I was so like innocent. I was like, oh, she didn't put it in the bag. I'm just gonna put it in the bag, you know. And then like we walk away, and then my mom apparently gets a phone call that I was there, right? And they saw in the security cameras that I took something that I didn't pay for. Apparently, this fucking dumbass lady didn't see that I put the nail polish with all of those things that I just bought. So she didn't like scan it, and I didn't pay for it technically. So I thought I did. And my mom called me when I came back. When I came back home, and she came back from work, and she was like, "What the fuck was that?" And I was like, "No, bro, I bought it. Like, I have money. Like, I bought it." And she was like, "No, it wasn't in the. Technically, you didn't buy it." I mean, I told her the whole story, and she believed me because like, I'm too moral for that shit. Like, I don't think there was ever like a time where I did something bad to someone on purpose. Like, and well, unless they really deserved it, you know. But like, it wasn't like just something bad. It was just like not even revenge. It was just like giving those people back the treatment that they gave me, but not in for me to go out of my way to do it, right? It's if they come up to me, then I will be inflicting those mean traits upon them, right? Which also I almost never do. Like, I literally had a dream not long ago of like my of my roommate, you know, me inviting her, like the roommate, you know, me inviting her to my next home party. You know, when I move out of this apartment, I'm planning on like moving to a nice place, you know, a really nice place, if you know what I mean. So I dreamt that I invited her to celebrate with me the fact that I moved out, and I was like, you know, we can just leave this all behind. You know, let's just like have closure, which is so fucking stupid that. The funniest thing is, I am capable of doing that because I'm such a forgiving, such a fucking moral person that is like, you know what, maybe it's my way of saying I'm better than everyone else because I am. What? This took a turn. Next question. Never have I ever missed a flight. No. I'm very organized. And I also never flew by my own, so I could never miss a flight. Never have I ever drunk dialed my ex. Let me think about that one. I think I did. Not my official ex, but like an ex, you could say. Well, I'm guessing you want to hear the story, but like, do I want to tell that story? I mean, I had this person that I used to work with that we also had like a thing, and we were kind of like exclusive, but like after it ended, not kind of, after it ended, yeah, I once was drunk, like really drunk and high, and I just like sent him like a meme of like wait, I don't remember specifically, but what it was, but it was like, "Oh, you're so cute, wanna fuck?" Like something like that. And that was the only ever time I ever did something like that. It was the last time also that I'm ever gonna do something like that. Yeah, like when I'm drunk, this is like the last thing now I'm thinking about, you know, because I date me. This is my girlfriend, right? So I think about myself when I'm drunk or when I'm high. So I just like go through my Instagram posts and like stare at myself. Or like I go into my gallery and I'm just like staring at myself like, yo, she's so hot, bro. Bro, you know this girl, she's so fucking hot. And it's me. Never have I ever rode a motorcycle. I mean, technically, me, I don't have a license, but I have been on a motorcycle because my mom's ex used to have one. And it was kind of like the scariest experiences I've ever had. I burnt my shoe on, like, you know, when if you have ever been on a motorcycle, you know that there's this fucking hot as fuck, yeah, like this, you know, hot as fuck engine thing. I don't know how to say it in English, but I know the word in Hebrew. I don't have the efforts to Google it, so I'm not gonna. But you know, it's like in the motorbike, and it's like visible to the outside, and it's like, you know, a piece that is like on the outer like coverage of the motorcycle. I don't know even what I'm saying. You know, I'm trying to describe to you what what it was. And it's really hot, so it will melt anything that touches it, right? And I just put my shoe on it, you know. And when I got off the bike, it was like 2 minutes of a ride from school home, you know. And I was shitless scared. But like, I remember like walking out of the motorcycle and seeing like my shoe is all fucked up and like melted on the asphalt, and I was like, that could have been my skin. Never have I ever lost a bet. Yes, I did. Everybody does. Come on. Everybody says, "Oh, I bet you this," and then they lose. It always happens. And you win also. Yeah, if you're smart enough, you don't bet anything. That's my motto. Never have I ever bribed someone. Let me think about this one. Have I bribed someone? Do I have I have a lot of blackmail of a lot of people, but like, did I ever bribe anyone? Oh, I did. I did. I did, but it didn't work. I was with a roommate, but it didn't work, you know? Like, I told her, like, if you don't fucking, like, pay, right? I'm gonna tell the landlord that you don't pay and shit like that, you know? I was, like, bribing, I guess. You know? Wait, to bribe someone, you need to give them something, right? So, then, no, I don't think I've ever bribed anyone. No. Because people usually just want to do things for me, so I never have to bribe anyone. But when it comes down to it, like one day, I probably will have to do that, you know? Because. And I'm not ashamed of that, because as I have stated, I'm a capitalist, you know? And if, like, a right is mine and somebody's trying to take that from me, I'm gonna pay my way out. Because, like, it's my right. Why are you gonna try to take that from me? Like, who even are you, you know? And if it's, like, systematic failure, you know, and I need to bribe my way out of that, then I'm gonna fucking do that. No shame in that, because truth prevails, you know? If it's right that, like, they're locking me up or whatever, I don't know, I am made up a scenario in my mind in which it will be logical for me to bribe someone, yeah? It's only if I'm locked up or something, which, as I have stated, clearly makes no sense because I'm such an ethical and moral person. If I keep stating that, maybe people are gonna start thinking that I commit genocides. Good. Be scared. Fear. Me. Never have I ever gone skinny dipping. No. But I would actually love that, because that sounds amazing. Never have I ever cheated on someone. Never. I'm an Aquarius. We are hella loyal. Never have I ever broken a bone. No, thank God. Never have I ever lived alone. Me? No, never. Never in my life. Not even once. No. This is tasty. I just like fucking mixed rum, Bacardi, in like a shaker, right? To make it professional. To feel more professional. With Sprite, not Sprite, sorry, Schweppes Mojito. And I put it in this fancy ass cup with this fancy ass straw and call it a cocktail. Oh, and ice cubes. Don't forget the ice cubes, yeah? Because that's what I failed on the test. Like, I was so anxious. I was having like a panic attack, an anxiety attack, whatever, while the test is happening. Because like the final test of like the bartending course that I went to is just a simulation of a shift at the bar, right? So your guides, I mean your teachers, right? They pretend to be your customers at the bar, and they like start asking you brands and stuff like that, and they start giving you orders, and they have like imaginary fucking customers around them that you have to give service to as well. And I remember like he asked me to like make 3 like gin and tonic, and I was so funny. I got creativity points for that one, because when he told me to make gin and tonic, I was just like, oh yeah, cool. And it was water, everything, right? Because to not waste the alcohol. So I was just like pouring water into the things and like making it professional and everything like that. And I served the gin and tonic. I was like, here you go. And he was like, isn't there something missing in here? And I was like, what? No, you need to check your glasses. Check your glasses. And I was like, oh my god, there's no ice there. And he checks his glasses, and I put ice while he checks his glasses. And then he put his glasses back on, and he's like, oh yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, cool. Anyway, next order, you know? It was so funny that he elaborated with me. He was like, okay, I see you're struggling. I'm gonna play in with it, you know? It was so funny to me, and I got creativity points for that one. And I remember they also, like, asked me, like, what brands of tequila we have, and I was just like, we only have this one. Because that was the only one I knew, and I had, like, anxiety vision, so when I looked at the display, I didn't see any of the words. I just saw anxiety written on all of the display, right? So when I looked at the display to tell him which brands we have, I was just like, oh, we only have this one. Sorry. And he asked me, he was like, it's the only one you have? Like, are you sure? Can you check? And I was like, yeah, it's the only one. But yeah, we're a small bar. What the fuck do you want? Like, you go somewhere else, bitch. But I ended up working as a bartender after that, and actually a very good bartender, and I'm really proud of myself. Yeah. Next question. Never have I ever been on TV. Technically, if you play this YouTube video on your TV, then yes, I have been. So let's drink for that. Never have you ever been on a blind date. No. I never actually understood what a blind date means, really. Never have I ever lied to law enforcement. Yes, I have lied to law enforcement when I was like 8, and they asked me if my dad is a criminal and he beats us, and I was like, no, he's amazing, no, he's fine, no, he's never. He got sent to jail anyway, so like, never have I ever gotten a tattoo. Nah, man. Nah. I actually want to get so many more tattoos. Like, I want to get the moon phases here. I really want to get the moon phases here and, like, black work. And, like, Gemini, like the Gemini sign with, like, sparkles on my ankle. I think I said it in some other video, but, like, I do want to get that done because I have Gemini rising. These are just, like, my sun and moon because I have sun and moon in Aquarius. And I want to have a representation for my rising sign also, which is Gemini, which I love this sign. If you know me, you've been around, you know that I love Geminis, right? We get along super well because I'm an Aquarius with the Gemini rising. So yeah, why on my ankle? Because I mean, like, your rising sign is what people see you as, so like doing it in a place where nobody can see is kind of like cool, you know, it's irony, you know. Why no one would see my ankle? Because I always have socks over my ankles. Maybe it's religious school trauma. No, I'm kidding. Ankles were fine. It's the elbows that were actually no. Elbows were also fine. Some of the years, right? It's the knees that are the problem. And the collarbones. The knees and the collarbones. Remember that. God doesn't love that, you know? That's why he created that. Because he hates it. He doesn't want you to show it. Okay, I need to stop. I need to take a drink first, and then I need to stop. Never have I ever used a fake ID. Of course, everybody did. Everybody was a little bit too small to go to somewhere they wanted to go, and they had to fake their ID. See, this is also because I have Gemini rising, because this one is Gemini. Page of Swords. I actually have quite a funny story about this. You know, once I did like a reading at night, and I had a customer that wanted a reading. I actually do tarot readings. They cost like 60 shekels a reading. Depends on the time. If it's like more than 1 hour, then it's like. Can you please? Anyway, that was so rude. Oh my god. Anyway, if it's more than like an hour of reading, which I have had before, I've had like 3 hours of like a reading, like I've had that very intense, but like it's 160 for an hour. Just because it really drains my energy, and I feel like if I could help someone with like their life, they could help me with my life in a way like that. These 160 shekels, like I could buy food with, you know what I mean? So yeah. But anyway, I was doing like a tarot reading, right? If you would like a tarot reading, you can contact me and DM me on my Instagram. You are more free to do that, to do so. You know, I would love that. I would love to help anyone and everyone. And yeah, and I did that, and I packed my cards and everything and put them in place. Usually, you know, the day after, I wake up, right, and I walk around, and I see in just the middle of the room this card flipped backwards with its like back to me. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? It was placed perfectly in the fucking middle of the room. So I pick it up and I see this card, and I was like, okay, this means something. I'm gonna put it here. So that's what I did. So that's the story. Next question. Never have I ever broken up with someone. Actually, all of my relationships, like real relationships, I have broken up with the other person. My first ever girlfriend that we dated for like a year and 2 months, something like that. I broke up with her. And after that, I had another girlfriend that was a Gemini that I also broke up with. And then I had a boyfriend that I broke up with because I thought I was a lesbian. So I was like, yo, bro, I love you. You're cute. But like, I think I am so gay that like, I'm not attracted to you. So like, I broke up with him. And then I found out I was bi, you know? And then I had another boyfriend that was, I don't even want to call it a boyfriend, you know, even though it was. But I just don't want to call it that because, like, for like 2 months, or like a month and a half, we haven't spoken, even. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, no texts, no nothing. So after that happened, I broke up with him. And yeah, and since then, I have been just chilling, you know, chilling. I'm dating myself, you know, as I have stated. So let me drink to this one. Never have I ever gotten seriously hungover. Never in my life. Never in my life. Like, I used to get like bad afters for like indica when I smoked indica. Like, what is a bad after? It's like when you're in the morning, too tired to get out of bed because your whole body is just like numb. Not numb, but it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like relaxed, too relaxed. And you might feel a little depressed, you know, with going outside and like seeing the sun. It's like, no, why? Yeah, but it's not like I've never gotten like alcohol hangover, like ever in my life. Never have I ever clogged somebody else's toilet. Yes, but by accident because I used the wrong toilet. that was already clogged, and I just didn't help the situation. But they had two toilets, and it was, they didn't preface anything, that you can't go to that one, you have to use that one. So yeah. But like, she was a friend of mine, she was like very understanding. Never have I ever fallen asleep in public. I don't even have enough fingers to count how many times I have fallen asleep in public. Like, not alone, of course, like on trains and stuff like that. Never. Me, I could never. But when I used to be with, like, I used to go out with my friends, and I used to smoke way more than I could handle then. I don't know why I used to do that, but I just did, and I would just, like, fall asleep. We're at the bar, cool, I'm just gonna fall asleep like this. We're, like, at a cafe, cool, I'm just gonna fucking fall asleep like that on the chair. I literally have a picture. I might put it on this video. I might put it on my the podcast Instagram page, because everything that surrounds or is related to this, like, YouTube channel is, like, correlates to the podcast Instagram page, because I just like, connecting the YouTube channel and the Instagram page to, like, match. So, and to be consistent, like, with what's going on, so, like, when I upload a video, I, like, post so many, like, things that are related to the video on the page, even though it's not a podcast. It's just like my some people think this is my podcast, which is really cute, because they listen to it while they do stuff, and I love it. It's cute. I love you guys. Kisses. So yeah, I used to fall asleep in public a lot, and never give a shit, honestly, because, like, yeah. Wait, so let me drink. My drink is almost over. I'm gonna have to make a new one. Never have I ever kissed someone in public. Obviously. Never have I ever had to go to court. Yes, I have been to court. And I will go to court again, because I have to sue that bitch. First time I've been to court, it was to get a restraining order from that roommate bitch, right? Let's call her the snake, right? Because this is the theme, because she really was a snake. So the whole snake thing happened. I had to get a restraining order against her because she was living in the same apartment as I am, so this was my only fucking way of, first, kicking her out. Second of all, wow, I'm already tipsy. Kicking her out. Second of all, getting her the fuck away from me, because she was a crazy bitch. Crazy. Like, the things she did, you can go watch my roommate saga videos about it. Because it's crazy. Like, buckle up. Like, that's a lot of tea. Like, that's, if you want drama, you have it there. Like, a lot. So I'm also gonna sue her, right? So I'm gonna have to go to court again to sue her, because she owes me a lot of fucking money. Perhaps, I don't want to exaggerate, but it's around the 6,000, 7,000 shekels that she owes me. And that's not to be taken lightly. When I think about it, it's like 2.5 months of rent that that I can pay here, that she owes me, so, like, if I sue her, like, it's gonna be so nice, like, all the money that she fucking took away from me, I'm gonna have back, and it's gonna be like, oh my god, it's okay, everything's okay, that's how it's gonna feel. I think, I hope, I believe it will, because suing her is the right thing, because that's why I have the option to sue her, to make the right call, to, like, justice, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, justice. This is the only, like, justifiable thing that I can do around this situation. Sue her and get my money back, because she will never give me my money back. Like, yeah. Never have I ever lied to a boss. So many times. So many times. Let me preface this. If my current boss is watching, why are you watching? I get it. I get it. Don't worry. I get it. I'm interesting. I know. I know. But, like, that's a little, like, don't you have something else to do, like, run a business or something? Like, what? Why are you here, But, yeah, anyway. My current boss. I have lied to him, but not on the things that you would think I would lie about, Like, because every time I said I'm sick, I was really sick, And every time I said I couldn't work, I really couldn't work. But it's about the times where I was late. I mean, specifically, one time, oh my god, specifically one time that it was, oh my god, it's a very funny story. Like, let me preface this, right? Because I'm very, like, honest with my boss, because I really respect him. Because he really respects me. Like, he's always, like, treated me with respect, That's why I stayed at this job so many years, so much time, right? Because I have quit for, like, a time of, like, a span of, like, half a year, and I went to, like, do so many jobs, so many things, be a bartender, be a barista, be a tarot reader, be so many things, right? And none of those people, none of those places gave me the comfort that working at the arcade gave me. So, and that, satisfaction that I got from working at the arcade also came from the fact that my boss really respects me and the job that I do, and I'm not treated like a fucking soldier in the army, you know what I mean? Because that's how they fucking treat you in the food business, in the bar industry, whatever. They treat you as a cog in the machine, not as an individual. And I also had to wear uniforms, and I fucking hate that, because in my current job, I don't wear uniforms, because we don't have any. Because we have freedom of speech, and we are not slaves to the food industry, and we're not cogs in the machine. Even though sometimes we would like to be cogs in the machine, because then all the responsibility comes on us, cum on us, because yeah, all the responsibility is, like, on our backs, because, like, my shift includes me, and that's it. Me, just me. And if somebody is like, oh, where the boss at, call your manager, I'm like, I'm the manager, bitch, I'm the manager, so all the curses that she was gonna yell at the manager, she yells at me, because I'm the only one there, so technically I'm the manager, Where was I going with that? The story, oh my god. So once, me and my previous roommate, that me and him were, like, very good friends. We would, like, do LSD together, like, I don't know, we saw tripping as, like, a psychological, how can I say it? Psychologically freeing experience and therapeutic experience. He is really, like, a psychonaut, but I'm just, like, an LSD girl, I just like LSD. I don't want to explore what like, all the psychedelics out there. Like, I like mushrooms and I like LSD, but, like, that's where my line is drawn, you know what I mean? Because, like, that's it. But yeah, anyway, so we had a crazy night on LSD. Like, we were fucking high as fuck. Oh my god, so many fucking, the best stories come from that fucking night. So let me regain my thoughts. So, like, okay, first of all, we took LSD, and I think it was, like, at a bar, It was like Thursday night, and we were at the bar that I always go to still. We were at the bar, and we took LSD at the bar, and we were like drinking with our friends. You know, we had like specific group of friends that we would hang out with every Thursday, and we would go to that to bars in general, but specifically to that bar, and we would like drink and have fun and go out and make life memories and shit like that. But this time, like they are all like people who just don't smoke cigarettes, don't do like worst thing is like vaping, right? That they do, like super like nerds. I would call them like nerds, Don't smoke weed, don't do any other drugs, don't do anything else, don't have girlfriends, relationships, anything else. Why? Because they are in a religious school, the same school that I have been there. Like they're friends from school. So yeah. But like me and my roommate, we took LSD, and then like we were tripping like the whole evening, but we were like with the friends, and they were like drinking and stuff like that, and we were at the bar, and that bar is also known for people doing drugs there. It's known for people doing cocaine, and well, I don't do cocaine. I don't condone drugs. I do not condone drugs. Do not do drugs. You know, even medications that doctors give you, like Clonics and stuff like that, these are drugs. And I do not condone those as well. I mean, if your doctor gives them to you, I mean, what can I say? My mouth is shut. But, like, I would never, even if my doctor told me, take Clonics, I will never do it. Because, fuck you, doctor. Why do you want to fucking drug me like that? That's like another level of drugging someone. But don't look at me as a person to tell you what to do with your life, because your doctor knows way more than I do, right? Like, I know about myself, but I don't know about you. You perhaps would need something that the doctor would prescribe to you, right? Anyway, so like after that, after the bar, yeah, we were super like tripping, stuff like that. We went to, oh my god, I didn't know it would correlate. I don't know like how it always happens, but it correlates all the time. Like something that I say correlates with something that I'm about to say. Like universe is like so funny like that. But anyway, we went to a trip, literally, to see my boyfriend in the middle of the night. Why? Because he was working at the gas station. That boyfriend the last one that I had to break up with because he didn't speak with me for like a month or two. It's a funny story. After that, like one of my best friends started sleeping with him, and like he became like a very awful person, and every time I would tell her like, don't, why are you still in contact with this person? Like he's awful. Like, well, why? She would be like, yeah, I know, but like the sex is good. What can I say? And I'm like, what? Your standards are so low. I'm sorry. He was awful. The sex was awful too. He had a small dick. What can I say? Like, he had a small dick. And a small personality. Oh, wait, he didn't even have a personality. So, we were going to see him, right? Because he worked at a gas station in the middle of the night. So, it was the middle of the night. And me and my roommate, we rolled a joint to go see him, right? And we were high as fuck on LSD. And he, my roommate, right, just holds we're like at a very central street in the middle of the night, and there was like, we were in front of like 24/7, not the one my boyfriend was working at, a different one. We were just like starting to walk towards him, so towards like the place he works at. It was like a 15-minute walk, maybe 25 minutes, something like that. This is the range. So like he, like, my roommate takes out the joint. He's like, you want it? And then the cops come around. And then he's like, oh shit! And he drops the joint. And he's like, wait. Takes up the joint and he's like, looks back and sees no cows. And then he's like, you want it? And then another like police car shows up. And then he like fucking drops the joint. He's like screaming and he starts running. And I'm just like super fucking scared. I was like, first of all, nobody would fucking do anything to you if you have a fucking joint. Like, what? It's a fucking joint. Like, everybody here smokes joints on a daily like they eat their breakfast. You know what I mean? In my town, weed is breakfast. Okay. So, like, there was no reason for us to be super scared like that of the police saying we have a fucking joint, other than the fact we were high on LSD, we were tripping. So he starts running, right? And I just like am shocked why he's running. And I'm like, yo, bro, have you never listened to anything about like running away from the police? Have you ever never seen like a police show, like an FBI show? Have you never like, don't you understand? Like, how can you fucking do that? And he starts running, and it's like that's the thing that clocks you if you fucking start running. Like, are you stupid? So I just like start walking towards him, like, and I'm like, yo, are you okay? Like, pretending that I'm asking him like why he's running. Like, Sam, like, are you okay? Like, Sam, why are you running? Even though I'm like fucking raging inside, I'm like, why the fuck did you run? Like, that's so suspicious. Yeah. And at the end of the day, like, nothing happened because the police didn't even look at us. They didn't even see us because you know, they had better things to do. Why he started running away is because the police car parked in front of the 24/7. That's why he started running, because he thought they parked for us, to come for us. It was really funny. So yeah, that whole night we were like, we went to see like my boyfriend, and we went accidentally to the wrong gas station. So we bought like ice cream and cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes back then, so I smoked a lot of cigarettes when I was tripping, because when you're tripping, you do that. And yeah, I don't condone cigarettes. More than anything else that I have stated I have done, cigarettes is the worst thing I have put in my body. And I am not even joking. Like, I don't know why, I really don't know why people smoke cigarettes. Like, it stinks, right? It leaves a disgusting taste in your fucking mouth. It leaves a disgusting taste. Yeah, you know, when you kiss someone, like, how can you kiss someone with your cigarette ass breath? Like, how can you fucking, don't get near me, you know, with those cigarette ass breaths, you know, like, and also those fucking nicotine stains that you have on your fingers, and like the smell that sticks into your fingers, like, and the smell sticks into your clothes and your hair and everything. It's disgusting. Like, why would you do that? And it doesn't make you feel better. It doesn't make you feel anything. It just is like smoke. Yeah, perhaps like a dizziness, but like that's it. And it's a dizziness for like a moment. It's not like weed where you are like experiencing like the dizziness and you're high. No, it's cigarettes don't do anything except put poison in your lungs. So I don't see the point of smoking them. But then I saw, so that's what I did. And in the morning, I don't know why, but my roommate wanted to throw like water balloons out of the roof. And that's what we did in the morning. And I was supposed to start like my shift at 10. But in my mind, I don't work today. It was Saturday, and I was like, I don't work today. Like, no, like what? Like, no, not at all. Like, my day is free. So I was supposed to start at 10 a.m. and I at 10:40 was like, oh shit. Like, I checked my shifts and I was like, oh shit, I have work today. Like, oh shit, I have work today. What? Do me? And I'm still really high on LSD. So like I went. Oh, I'm drunk. Yeah, I feel it now. I'm drunk. Um, I was really high on LSD, so I was like doing my makeup. So I didn't even do my makeup. Oh my god, no. It was like a morning shift, and those are like move like this, like they're super fast. I didn't even do my makeup because I couldn't. I was high on LSD. You know, you can't do your makeup like this. You have to take an hour to do that, and you know, I didn't have an hour to get ready. I didn't even have any time because I was late in 40 minutes. Because I have to open the shop. You know, I'm the only one that will be there until 4 or 5 p.m. You know, until somebody comes to replace me. So I get ready super fast. Put something on myself. You know, I showered before I checked like the shifts because I don't know. I felt like I need to shower. You know, when you're tripping, sometimes you're like, oh my god, I need to shower, man. So yeah, and I just like put the simplest outfit ever. Perhaps I didn't even put earrings on, and I just left. I on a taxi, and I just went and I told my boss I had something outside of the city, and I thought like at 8, and I thought I would be able to like come back beforehand, and I didn't because there was traffic. And he was like, okay, cool. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, cool. I was like, oh my god, dope. So yeah, that's my story. When I lied to my boss. I'm sorry if you watched this. It was a long time ago. It was before I quit. So I'm a new person now. I swear to God. Next question. Never have I ever had a one night stand. You know, once I tried to have a one night stand, but it ended up being a situationship. Why? Because I'm a relationship person. I can't just like share my soul with someone, exchange sacred energy with someone, and just like move on with my life. It doesn't work this way for me. That's why I keep myself single. You know, for like 2 years almost I've been saying no, no. I mean technically for almost 2 years I have been single, but I did have like flings here and there, you know. But now I don't even want flings. Like I don't even want anything if it's not like the real thing because I've grown up. I really have grown up and understood like my own nature, and my own nature is domestic. Like I want like girlfriend or boyfriend that would just like be mine, and I will be theirs, and that's the way it is. And we would just like share our life together, and it would be super serious and deep and amazing and like involved, like kind of like we're married but we're not married. You know what I mean? Like kind of like soul bond type relationship that is super magical and stuff like that, and super, yeah, like that's what I want. And if it's not that, then goodbye. You know, I'd rather be by myself because I have that with myself, you know. Yeah, never have I ever trolled someone on social media. I troll everyone always. Look at me, like, do you take me seriously? Like, really, do you take me seriously? If so, thank you. I appreciate that. But joke's on you, because I'm trolling you every second. The fact that I'm telling the truth doesn't mean that I'm not trolling. Because you all are in the Matrix, right? I'm talking to the people who this got to by a chance, not those people who are my like family on the internet, you know, like the internet family that I'm creating. It's small, but it's there, you know. You guys are out of the Matrix, and I believe you are. But all those people who are in the Matrix, like I love trolling them, you know, like I love pretending that what they're telling me is like super informative and like super like helping me, in a sense of like they give me advice and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, thank you, man. Like, oh my god, nice, yeah. And I listen to them, and I really do listen to them. But what they don't know is that I disagree with every little thing, and everything they tell me is just like, I'm trapped, I'm trapped, I'm trapped, and all I'm telling you is advice of how to get trapped like I am, you know. And then I'm like, oh yeah, such good advice, man, thank you. But because they come with this assumption that they are better than you, it's not like, you know, because they want to give you advice without you asking, you know. It's not like you brought up something that they would give you advice on, just like pulling an advice out of their ass to show you how they're better than you. Because I look at me, people are afraid of me in a sense of like they're afraid to be less than I am, you know, because they are competitive like that. I don't know, some people are like that. So they want to like prove their egos, perhaps want to like show me how the real world is. So they give me this like stupid ass advice that I know, like this is the conflict inside of me, right? I'm a troll, but like I'm a very empathetic person. So like when somebody really wants to tell me something and I know they are really passionate about what they're saying, I would listen to them even though I know what they're saying is bullshit. I listen to them and I'll be like, in my mind, that's bullshit. Like, that's bullshit. Like, I wish this person knew the truth, but they are not ready for the truth. Like, I'm just gonna pretend that I like what, not that I like what they're saying, but that I understand, and that, yeah, not even pretending that I understand, but pretending that I don't have all those opinions against what they're saying. I'm not agreeing with what they're saying, but I'm not disagreeing with what they're saying. I'm just letting them speak their minds, you know, because perhaps they feel comfortable with me sharing, so like, and perhaps not with other people sharing what those things, you know, and giving those advices, I guess. So maybe perhaps I'm gonna let them find something out about themselves, you know, because I don't mind, you know, because I also learned from that interaction. Because if they wouldn't have told me, yo, I'm so trapped, I wouldn't be aware of the fact of that people are so trapped in the Matrix, you know. And I'm not talking about the Andrew Tate Matrix, like the fact that Andrew Tate talks and all those fucking businessmen, like you know, those kind of people, like alpha males and shit like that, talk about like escaping the Matrix. Those people are in the Matrix. Let that sink in. Escaping the Matrix is impossible. If you have seen the movie The Matrix, you would perhaps have a minimal understanding of what that means, right? But actually, escaping the Matrix is impossible because we live in the Matrix. This body, this physical body that we have, exists only in the Matrix. Because our soul is eternal, she exists way beyond everything, right? Like the universe does, because we are the universe experiencing itself in a human form, right? Let that sink in. We are the universe experiencing itself in a human form, but also force, you know. So to be out of the Matrix, in quotations, is to be aware of the Matrix and kind of like move it to your will, use it to your will, make the best out of the Matrix, because the Matrix is not going anywhere. No matter how hard you try to actually exist in this physical form, you have to be inside of the Matrix, because your soul doesn't have a shape like that you can trap it like that, you know. It's eternal. We can perhaps understand that because our brain is limited to human thinking. Why? Because we are in the Matrix. Outside of this body, our soul is eternal. She knows everything. She exists in every timeline all the time, right? but we can't really comprehend that because we are limited to this fake world that, you know, we're kind of like based in. But the best we can do to ourselves is to be aware of the fact that we are stuck in this world, fake world, and the only way to like use this fake world is to be aware of the fact that it's fake. You know, it's a lot of information, and if you are not very familiar with this subject, then it's probably gonna be very overwhelming, everything I just said, and it's gonna sound like bullshit. But if you are like familiar with the subject, you perhaps understand what I mean. I do recommend like doing your own research and like doing your own alchemy journey, because hero's journey, you know, like because every journey is specifically designed for each and every one of us. So like, even though I can give you advices on how to, you know, do certain things in your journey that I have been through, still you perhaps have so many other things in your journey that I have never experienced and perhaps will never experience. So anything is anecdotal. So you have to like experience it and do your own research by your own. I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm gonna move to the next question. Never have I ever laughed so hard I peed my pants as an adult. No? What? Never have I ever got on the wrong train or bus. Yes, all the time. All the time it happens to me that I get on the wrong train specifically. You know, I don't even want to tell you the story, but I'm gonna. Because one time I was at a convention, right? And I was full cosplay, everything, right? And I had a heat stroke because I was super anxious, had no water, ate nothing, had no sunglasses, no solar protection, nothing, right? No sunscreen, nothing, no hat, anything, right? And I went, like, I live in Israel, hello, and the convention was in Tel Aviv, and I don't live in Tel Aviv, and I was, I don't know, so like fucking tired and dissociated from all the interactions I've been through and all like the heat stroke thing that I am currently, as I'm going home, am going through. That, and also I was very anorexic at the time, sorry, trigger warning. I also have a video on how, if you are anorexic, I'm really sorry to hear that. It's not something to be taken lightly, and I do have a video here on my channel to perhaps help you like choose yourself over the illness. Like, I know it's very difficult and we don't want to do that. I already have been there, you know, but if you really want to like do good for yourself, like this is a video that perhaps will help you see it in a different way, you know, see the disorder in a different way and see yourself in a different way, you know, a way that would that would like motivate you to take care of yourself more and like love yourself more and like not sabotage your body and just like be happy with the way it is, you know what I mean? Even though I know it's something that it's very difficult to hear when you're anorexic or and have a body dysmorphia, yeah, it's that you're pretty the way you are. This will infuriate me. I would be like, no, how fucking dare you say that? Don't you see I'm fucking disgusting? Don't you see I'm fucking ugly? Yeah, but it's just like I explained in that video, anorexia is claiming like to be your best friend and is claiming to like want the best for you and want you to look the hottest and be the skinniest and be the coolest, you know, but it's not what she really wants for you. She wants you to die, and I have said that in that video. She doesn't want you to thrive. She doesn't want you to be happy. She doesn't want you to get to your goal of weight and then move on with your life. No, she wants you to keep going. She wants you to stop feeding your body. She wants your kidneys to fail. She wants you to be bony, right? To your bones. She wants your bones to fucking misshape themselves because you don't have enough fat for them to lay properly. That's what she wants. And I can assure you that's not what you want for yourself, because mentally and physically, it's hell. And when I stopped feeding, literally, it's ironic, right? That we feed Anna and not our stomach, right? We feed this force, but we don't inject food into our bodies. But feeding Anna feels like the best thing ever. You know, it's an addiction. You get addicted to like this gratification of like, yo, I'm getting more skinny and more skinny and more skinny. That means I'm prettier. That means I'm better. That means whatever, you know. Yeah, it's not good. It's what I'm trying to say. But I'm sorry, I'm just too drunk to really like hone in on this like very heavy topic, but I do have a video about that. And if you are going through something like this, I really hope that like you understand that everybody loves you. And if not people that you know in your life, there's people that perhaps you don't know in your life, like me, who loves you. Like, I love you because you're a human. I don't need to know you to love you. I love you because you exist, because you're human. And I support you because you exist and you're a human, you know? Yeah. Yeah. And also, yeah, so what I was about to say is that I went on the wrong train. It was kind of like the one before last train because it was a holiday. So I went into the wrong side. Yeah. So I almost went into a city that I've literally never went to, never heard of, out of nowhere. And I had a lot of like trouble finding my way back on the train. It happened to me so many times that like I went on the wrong train and had to like take another train back to where I wanted to go initially. It's such a waste of time. Never have I ever snooped through someone's stuff. I never had to. Also, I'm not a snoopy person, but I also never had to because my perception is very like investigative. I have an investigative perception, right? Everything that I encounter and I perceive, I investigate and I analyze. So when I, let's say, right, go into like the bathroom of the person that of my fling, let's say, right? Because I know this is a meme on the internet, right? Then I don't have to snoop around, open drawers and shit like that. I don't have to because the way it's presented to me says enough about the person, right? The person says enough about the person. So the hallway to the bathroom says a lot about the person, you know, all of those things. I remember once the guy who used to work with me, like I think it was like his mom or his parents that were like smoking weed. He is not a person to smoke weed. I think he does, but like I don't know, like I don't know, not related. But anyway, once I stopped at his place and like I went to the bathroom and like I saw like raw rolling papers and like a lighter, and I was like just like placed on the sink next to the sink like that, you know. And I was like, yo, you got a plug for me, mommy? Like, like you got a plug for me? Like, you want to sit for like a blunt or something? Like, that's what went through my mind at that moment. So I was like, okay, he has a cool mom, and he did, and she liked me. I met both of his parents and his little sister. And you know, sometimes I was like, what was the meaning of this? Like, why did I meet them if it wasn't like a thing? Like that felt so awkward after it ended. Like I felt awkward for the parents. I was like, the parents are probably gonna hope something is gonna happen, and I'm gonna fucking crush their like hopes because I'm out. Like, never have I ever tried marijuana. Never in my life. No, my personality is not based on marijuana. What are you saying? Never have I ever gone 24 hours without showering. Yes, every person on earth has. Let's normalize that, right? Because sometimes we're busy and we can't shower every single day. There's some days that you don't shower, and it's fine. You know, like, my drink is over. I'm not completely over it, so like we're fine. But like, showering every other day is completely valid and completely fine, and perhaps you were busy that day too and you shower the next day in the morning, that's also fine. Like, as long as you take care of your hygiene in every single other way as well, then it's fine. You brush your teeth, you do your skincare, you do your like body care, you like shave or whatever, or like put your lotion on or put your deodorant on, and like brush, yeah, like I don't know, brush your face, like I don't know, whatever. Never have I ever had to take a walk of shame. What that mean? What does that mean? Never have I ever gone on a road trip by myself. No. Also with my friends, kind of like no. I would really actually want to do that. And we did have like one time that all of the group of friends were all gullies, gay gullies. You know how it is. Um, we just flash each other the whole vacation. It was like a 2 3 day vacation at one of my friends' like farmhouse, something like that, in the middle of like nowhere, and we did LSD then, and it was amazing. Did you expect anything else? Come on. Never have I ever um, want, wanted to be on a reality TV show. Well, if there was a reality TV show that I would want to be in, is now, well, it's nothing, but it used to be Big Brother. I would always want to be on Big Brother because, like, the people there are fucking crazy. And I think I could, like, add a lot to the drama. Like, I don't know, like, you know how there's always, like, this person who is, like, who knows everything and gives all of the people who fight with each other, like, advice on how to, like, live in the house. So that's me. That's me. That's what I would do, you know? This person never wins. You know, the person who makes the drama wins, but you know, it's for the plot, you know? You help that person win, you know? But I don't really want that today, you know? Never have I ever gone viral online. I fucking hope so. Never have I ever left gum in a public space. I am really sorry, Karma. I am really sorry. But many of times that I have left gum on the floor. I just threw gum on the floor. I am so sorry about that, right? Because somebody stepped on that. Somebody definitely stepped on that, and if somebody had a pedal phone, you know, their pants were fucking destroyed because of that. And I know because it happened to me too. And they didn't get destroyed. Luckily for me, my pedal pants could handle that, right? Because one laundry and it's like gone. But imagine someone who isn't careful, like, and doesn't like stare at the floor before each step that they make, right? Like, they probably would have been down bad because of me throwing the gum on the fucking floor, you know? I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I would never do that again. I will definitely try my best to never do that again. I cannot promise, but I will definitely do my best. Wait. No. No. Take me back. Oh. Never have I ever given or received a lap dance? Have I received a lap dance? I think I did, but by one of my friends in a friendly way. But I did, so let me drink for that. Never have I ever made a speech in front of 100 people, or more. I have a podcast. It's called Heads Blunt. Shameless plug, by the way. And also, this is making a speech in front of more than hundreds of people, than 100 people. You know. Technically, yeah. Never have I ever lied to my best friend about who I was with. Not lied, but like I just didn't say. Cause one time I kissed my best friend's ex, which he is a disgusting human being. And he was like, we were so high, right? It was the second time I've ever smoked weed in my life. No, I think it was like the fourth time, but the first time was at my birthday, 17th birthday. Took one hit, didn't feel anything. And I was like, okay, that's enough. You know, that's enough. Second time was with those same friends who were at my birthday. And I smoked weed and I was like, experiencing high, shit like that. Third time, it was with the best friend that I got super high because she has dope ass weed. And a fourth time was with that best friend's ex that they like just broke up not a few months, no, maybe 1 month. Even no, I was like in the same month that they broke up. That was so fucking. I can't believe myself, right? But we hang out, right? And we were friends, me and him. We were friends. And then he is like, "Do you want to come over to my place and then I'm going to take you home?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool. Why not?" No, first I asked him like, "Yo, can you like take me home?" And he was like, "Yeah, cool. Do you want to come to my place and then go home?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool." You know? So I went to his place and like we just like sat on his bed and like watched TV, and then he was like, "Do you want to cuddle?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." Because I love platonic cuddles as well. Like I'm just a girl like that who likes cuddling the homies, I'm the mom. I'm the mom friend, So of course I would like some cuddles. So then we cuddle and then he's like, do you like wanna kiss me? And I was like super fucking high and I was like, yeah, like why not? And then I kiss him and then like we fall asleep. And then like in the morning, like we he goes to school and I like go home. And I never like until I don't even know how she knew about that. Like I think I told her or he told her, like I don't even remember because it was so irrelevant. But me and her didn't speak for like a few months because of that, just because like she was really obsessed with him. And also that was like a filthy move. Like I don't know, I was just like, I don't think it was really about me because like I didn't really see it as anything like that. I saw it as like we're friends. Like we went to the same youth group together. Like yeah, we high and we kissed. So what? I had a crush on her, like on the best friend. So like I didn't even think about him. But yeah, that I didn't lie, but I just didn't tell. No, she knows, of course, but like then at the same moment she didn't know. Never have I ever left someone on red. Obviously, I'm an Aquarius. What? Okay, my drink is over, so I'm gonna make myself a new one and I will come back. Okay, I'm I went to like a bathroom break and then I found out that I was really drunk. So I made myself a lighter drink to drink now. Yeah. So still has alcohol, but way less. Um, so 69th question is never have I ever made up a story about someone who wasn't real. Yes. Now, the story is, let me drink. Yummy. The story is that when I was in primary school, I made up an imaginary boyfriend. I know everybody like is upset by my septum not being straight, but I like it that way. Okay, I'm quirky like that. But I'm not just gonna hurt your fucking OCD, bitch. So I'll do you this favor, right? But I used to like I not that I used to pretend that I have a boyfriend. I also made up a whole fucking personality of this boyfriend. Like I gave him a name and everything, and I gave him like traits and shit like that. His name was Daniel for some reason, and like I don't know, I just made up a boyfriend. So like I would feel like somebody loves me, you know. The imaginary person I made up in my mind loves me, you know. But other than that, you know, like my parents, nah. Friends at school, I didn't even have any friends. But people at school, nah, no. So yeah, I made up like a whole story about the fact that his name is Daniel, and he goes to like a boarding school, and that's why he's not here, and that's why I don't see him, and that's it. Ooh, never have I ever believed something was haunted. Yes, yes. My old apartment is haunted. And my previous apartment is also haunted, and one of my best friend's house is also haunted, and we have evidence for that. Like, I made a video on like one instance that I had in like my first apartment with one ghost. I will link the video somewhere here, but yeah. I believe some things are haunted. Never have I ever participated in a protest. Actually, I have never participated in a protest because here in Israel, protesting is a social activity. Like, you go protesting because your friends go protesting, and you just like write random fucking memes on your sign, and you go fucking block roads. That's what you fucking do. You don't do anything for the government, for your life, for the country, nothing. You just fucking go there with your fucking. I don't even know what's the point of going if you don't want to change anything. Like, what's the point of blocking the road if you don't want to change anything? Like, I'm all about blocking the road for a purpose. Like, I don't. Like, I want democracy in my country. So I'm gonna fucking go protest for that, you know? But here, the protests that are claiming to be for our democracy, because we have actually a lot of like mess around democracy, you know, in our country at this moment, because they wanna like make a rule that they can like they can choose themselves the judges, like the government, yeah, the government officials can choose themselves, handpick, you know, family, friends, shit like that, choose themselves to put in a position the judges who are supposed to prosecute them. So this way, they have protections and no one would prosecute them. So that sucks. But yeah, like I would go protest for that. But the people who do protest for that don't really do it for that. They do it because it's a social activity and they can go walk with like stupid signs that say stupid bullshit that is not even related to our democracy, but block our roads and, you know, jam the traffic and everything. You know, that's why I've never been in a protest. Um, Never have I ever been an alibi for a lying friend. Yes, because I'm a good friend, you know, and if my friend's parents are like strict, too strict, I'm gonna lie for her, yeah, like, because they make no sense, like, you know. Never have I ever role played. No, but like, I would love that. I would love that. Never have I ever regretted an apology. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Every apology I ever like, every sorry I've ever said to that snake roommate, I regret, because it was a mistake. Because everything I would have done that I would have perhaps had to say sorry about would have been justified by now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I do regret saying sorry about some of those things. Never have I ever pretended I was sick for attention. Actually, yeah. My entire childhood, I was sick. I pretended to be physically sick because I was mentally sick. And no one would fucking care. Like, I was getting really bullied in school. Like, really bullied in school. Like, fucking, there was not a day where I didn't get kicked, punched, pushed, shoved. My hair got cut. My school equipment got, like, thrown in the trash. Like, I got tied. I got, like, spitted on, like, so many things, threatened, so many things, right? Not a single day that I went to school and all of these things did not happen. So, and my parents didn't give a shit, because they were both narcissistic ass parents who only cared about themselves and about, like, a person, you know, not coming to see that they're, like, not sending me to school. You know, because if a kid doesn't come to school, you know, there's supervision. There's government supervision that's like, yo, why is this kid not coming to school? We're gonna check his home life. We're gonna check the parents. We're gonna check those things. So they didn't want that to happen because they knew they were fucking up. Massively fucking up, right? So they were like threatening me. If you don't go to school, this person is gonna come and they're gonna take you away because we're shitty as parents. And I was just, so I didn't want any trouble, so I was like, okay, when am I, like, willingly staying at home and my parents are okay with it? When I'm sick. So I'm just sick now. I'm sorry, I can't go to school, I'm sick. And, you know, I'm a hypochondriac, I also have OCD, so, like, that helps, you know? So, when I told myself enough times I am sick, I literally became sick. And I would have fevers every other week because mentally I was sick. Anyway, let me drink some more and we'll continue. This is getting dark. Never have I ever deleted a post on my social media because it didn't get enough likes. No, what the fuck? This is so, like, shallow. Never have I ever pulled an all-nighter. Yes, I have. All the time. Why? Maybe I should do it today. Pull an all-nighter. It reminds me of, like, the good days where I didn't have a job and I, like, didn't go to school because it was COVID, and I didn't go to school because I never went to school anyway, and I just had my own fucking life. And actually, when I pulled all-nighters, I did have a job. Why don't I do that anymore? That's like so fun. You know, smoke weed. Oh, that's why I don't do that. Yeah, because I smoke weed and I get tired and I go to sleep. But, like, imagine, like, I used to do that, like, smoking weed all night and just, like, painting, just, like, doing shit. perhaps after this I'm gonna paint because I'm so drunk and I just don't want to just go to sleep after this, like so drunk. I want to paint, you know, I want to do something productive. Never have I ever attempted a trendy diet. Now, trigger warning, right? When I was anorexic, it was, my peak was at the time where K-pop got really popular around the world, right? So I used to follow Irene's from Red Velvet, Irene's diet, right? And her workout routine, and I died. I died. I was so fucking skinny. I was so fucking malnourished. I was depressed as fuck because my mind was not fed with any like vitamins and minerals and anything. I was just like fucking decaying, you know, because you're overworking your body, you're like malnourishing it, so of course you're gonna be like you're gonna be dying slowly, you know. So yeah, it did happen. I did attempt doing that. I do not recommend, never ever doing that because this is not healthy. Never have I ever binged an entire series in one day. Yes. First of all, animes. Like, if you are an otaku, then you definitely have binged an anime in one day. But, also, a few days ago, I have, like, ADHD ing. ADHD Lee. I don't know how to explain that, but with my ADHD, yeah, to do something, I have binge watched The Wire, right? Why The Wire specifically? I don't know, I was looking for something to watch, right? And I listened to Small Town Murder podcast for like years. For years. Since I was like 16. I'm 19 now, by the way. So like since I was 16, I was listening to Small Town Murder. And I this is like my favorite podcast. First, Small Town Murder. Second, No Jumper. But Small Town Murder really was my favorite podcast ever. Still is. And the host of the podcast always like has like the Wire references that I never get. I never got like those references. So I was like, okay, I got cables a few days ago, like a week ago. So I was like looking for something to watch a few days ago because as I was doing something, and I saw The Wire, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta watch that, you know. So I watched it, and it was amazing. Like I binged like the whole fucking series, like no, the whole fucking first season in one day, and I was just like, oh my god, this is my life. Like this is how I grew up. Like this is what happened in my neighborhood. Like I relate too much, perhaps, and I loved it because it was so real. Like how people talk about the game and how they sell drugs and how they like abuse drugs themselves and how they like have to kill people and how they have pagers and everything, like how you have families that are empires that like manage everything and they have people to do things for them and like they have hitmans and stuff like that and they have front businesses. Like all of these things are very familiar to me because I have lived in the hoods, as I say, in the ghetto. I'm not joking. I have. I don't look like someone who would, but I did. And it was the most traumatizing thing that I have ever been through, you know, living in that neighborhood and thinking that this is the norm and this is what everybody in the working class experiences because that's all we're worth. It's traumatizing, but thank God I got out of that when I was like 13. My mom, as a single mom, succeeded getting us out of there. So yeah, but I did watch a show and I did binge many shows in one day. Never have I ever gone to a strip club. No. know why? Because girls at the strip clubs, they don't really get much money. The percentage that they get is like really small out of what they actually make. So I don't want to be a part of the problem. I don't want to condone that. You know what I mean? I want to help girlies. I don't want to fucking be the man. You know what I mean? Like, when people say stick it to the man, they mean the man above everything, the man on top, who owns, I guess, the business, who owns like the company, who is in charge. So I don't want to be that, you know? I don't want to comply with them, so I just don't even think about going to a strip club, because like they don't get paid enough for them to actually enjoy their job. So like, why would I, want to be a part of their problem, you know? Never have I ever like tried psychedelics. Me? No, never. How could you even say something like this? I definitely don't have 100,000 million psychedelic paintings in my home that I have painted on psychedelics. No, I just, what? That's crazy. Never have I ever met someone famous. I don't know. I don't remember. I think, no, what, famous, and what is met? What is met? Like, I saw someone famous in Tel Aviv, like walking next to me, but just like walking next to me. Like, I didn't meet them, right? But they were just like walking next to me, because it's Tel Aviv. You know, everybody lives. All the like celebrities live in Tel Aviv. You know, so I didn't even think much of it. You know. Never have I ever maxed out a credit card. Yes, I've been a minus. You know, I had that phase. You can go watch it in this video right here. Okay, the final question. Never have I ever fallen in love. Yes, a few times actually. First time was with my first ever girlfriend. I fell in love with her because we were like dating for like a year and something. You know, we were in love. You know, it was true love. Second time was that I fell in love with myself. And the third time is that I fell in love with my soulmate. And I am still in love with him, but it doesn't mean that anything is going to happen. I just am in love with him as a soul, as a being. Like, I'm in love with him, you know, and I can't do anything about it, because like, just how my soul feels, you know. And it's not like I specifically want to be with him, I guess, or whatever, but like, I just love him. I can't explain it, you know, because I have found out who my soulmate slash twin flame is. It was a very funny story. Maybe I will share it one day. I don't know. But I am in love with him. But I'm also in love with myself more than anything else. And to be in love with my soulmate is just like an eye-opening experience for me, for how I view myself. Because like, when I fell in love with my soulmate, I like found out so many things about love and about falling in love and about myself that like perhaps I would have never understood if I didn't fall in love with him. So yeah. Yeah, that's it. These are all of my stories for today. And if you can't see, I am super drunk, because my tolerance for alcohol is not very high, because I am a weed girl. I'm not an alcohol person. But that's all I had today. So instead of smoking a king-size joint and telling you a tragic story, I decided to spice things up and make it a bit more fun, you know? A drinking game, you know? Because that's, like I said, I've never done before a concept on the internet. And I'm so original for that. So Yeah, if you like this video and if you have questions and if you have anything, you can just like write in the comments whatever you think about this video, and like the video if you liked it. I mean, that's obvious. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this bullshit. I'm not for everyone. I'm for a very specific audience, and I know that. I'm very much aware of that, and that's how I am, like, marketing myself, I guess. I don't even market myself. So that's how specific my group of fans, of family, whatever, for this channel is. It's very specific, because I'm kind of like a very specific person myself. I don't know, I'm very specific in traits that I have, and traits that I admire, and things that are important to me. Like, all of it is like very specific in my perception. So like, I know you guys are on the same like wave as I am, on the same frequency that I am. That's why you are attracted to me and I'm attracting you, you know what I mean? So yeah, I had a lot of fun actually doing this, because I was kind of like in rut. So I had a lot of fun doing it, even though I cleaned my whole house today, and I did like so many chores, and I had a very productive day. I still felt like at the end of the day, like I was like in ADHD paralysis, that you're like overwhelmed of like all of the things that you perhaps can do, that you end up just thinking about all the things that you can do and stressing about it, and just end up not doing anything. So yeah, usually a joint helps me like relax and do it anyway, or like relax the anxiety and don't feel the anxiety and the overwhelmingness anymore. So that's, yeah, it helps, so I can keep going with my life. But today I didn't have any zaza. So like I thought, what I love doing is staring at myself. So this is a very nice excuse to be staring at myself for an hour and 37 minutes and do something fun for my viewers. So this is what I did, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I love you a lot. I hope you enjoyed my cute setup out here, because I love it. It's cute. And I also hope you are gonna enjoy my apartment vlog. And if you haven't subscribed to my OnlyFans yet, then like, where the fuck are you? Like, do you see me? Like, look at me. I have an OnlyFans. Me. Look how hot I am. I have an OnlyFans. Can you just let that slide? No, you gotta subscribe. You just must. You can't miss that, because I don't only have spicy as fuck content on my OnlyFans. I also have early access content that is released on YouTube, but you get early access on my OnlyFans, of things that you perhaps wouldn't even think would be on YouTube. So yeah. For now, this is all I had for you guys. I'm gonna peace out and speak to you later. And I don't know why I'm holding the microphone like this, because I've actually always wanted to hold the microphone like this, but I never had a microphone that was like, like hanging from a stand like that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm super drunk. So goodbye, good night. I'm gonna go paint or something, or like, sorry, I just had to do that. Or like play video games or something, and I will see you in the next video. I love you. Bye bye.